Thanks for joining me for the Karaoke Go Round tutorial on how to set up your computer. Now I'm going to walk through you the different types of jacks that are available on your computer and explain what they do. However, not all computers are the same, so the jacks may be in different spots or you may not have particular jacks. But just for your reference and your knowledge, we'll go through those. Over here is the DC in, which is basically your power cord. You plug in your power cord to that jack. Over here is USB and 1394, which is called FireWire. So you have a FireWire jack and 3 USB jacks here. You can purchase hard drives that can either do FireWire or USB or both if you feel the need to add on to your system at any given point. Now the S-Video jack is your television output. With an S-Video jack you can get an adapter to convert that to RCA cords. Now you can either plug the S-Video or RCA directly into the TV, or you can use an RF modulator which will convert it to coax. Now I've shown you those. The VGA is for an additional monitor out, and a parallel is for a printer. Now we'll talk about the PCI slot. It allows you to plug in one additional card into the computer. However, there's really no need for it for karaoke with this system. And you have your audio jacks right here. One's a microphone and one's a line out jack. Now the line out jack is the jack that you run directly into your mixer. I'd like to talk for a minute about how to put in and remove your external hard drive. When you first start your computer, you plug in the S-Video and you plug in the power, and then you turn the machine on. Once Windows is loaded completely, and nothing else is there but your desktop, then you can plug in the USB or external FireWire hard drives. At the end of the night, make sure you close out of Karaoke Go Round and then get down to your desktop where you have nothing else loaded. Now then you can eject your hard drive. And what I mean by eject is where you tell the software tell Windows that you're not using that hard drive anymore and you can unplug it. So what you do is you use this icon called Safely Remove Hardware. It's down by the clock here. And if you can't see that icon, you can use this little arrow button to open it or expand the amount of icons down by your tray here. Now what I'll do is I'll left click on this, not double, but one click. And it'll pop up the drives that are on my system. I can click on that drive and it will automatically take it out and say you can now be safely removed from the system. Sometimes if it's busy, it'll tell you that it can't be removed right now. However, typically you already have something open then. So you don't want to leave things open. You want to close everything and get to your desktop. Then you can remove the hardware. Okay, now that it's safely can be removed from the system, then I unplug my USB or FireWire connection. And then I can shut down the computer. Now you can press, on most computers, you can just press the power button to make it hibernate. And what hibernate does is it saves your exact state of where you are at currently. So it boots faster and it loads faster, but it's not a full reboot. If you want to do a full reboot, you go to Start and you go to Shut Down and you choose Turn Off, and it will turn off your computer completely. Then when you reboot it back up, it'll boot from scratch. When you hibernate, it saves it exactly where it's at, and then when you turn on the computer again, it gets right back to where you were. So it boots a little faster. However, I recommend you at least reboot the thing once a week. So that's the getting started guide for your hardware.